course I can see the
And
countdown.
we're
Let
back.
me put my phone on vibrate real quick.
Really, it's like we were never gone, if you think about it. But like,
Yeah, we're
it
back
has
for
been
another
around
week.
like a month. I think it's been a month since we
It's
recorded.
no, it's only been like a week, and then some time passed. This is pre-recorded episode actually.
Let me just check my calendar real quick and make
I
sure
think
that
it's been roughly a month. Yeah.
we didn't do it last weekend because I was out of town. We didn't do it
Yeah.
the weekend before that because I was out of town.
Yeah.
Count with me now. That's 2 weekends. We didn't do it the
You
weekend
do it the
before
weekend
that.
after that. Oh,
I think we didn't do it before that because I was out of town, and the week before that I was out of town. So 4 weeks, maybe.
I don't know. I just know that there was some stuff going on in personal lives, and then we just didn't talk for a while, and then
it was.
now
I've
here we are.
been stupid busy. Like not even. I know. I've been like socializing a lot and getting out there. It's not just socializing stuff. Like I went on tour as a videographer for a band.
Yeah.
For the last 2 weeks. I got back last Sunday. It was a week ago today.
Mm.
So that was why there was nothing last week. And the week before that because I was out of town for 2 weekends back to back. So like
then
when I
4
say
weeks ago,
yeah,
you just hate me.
That's it's my bad. I historically I've learned that I'm bad at communicating.
It's always your
people.
fault.
I need to get better at it. I need to
You know what
text people more often.
don't do? Communicate with me.
I know, and I apologize.
It's always if I don't message you, I don't hear from you forever. And if I do message you, that's when you'll be like, "Oh yeah, sorry, I can't do it. I'm out of town, or I've got something going on this weekend. I'm busy." So I have to. It's never unprompted.
It's not not this time. Not this time.
Unless you're like, "Oh yeah, I forgot. I have an obligation."
No.
To the
it's not an obligation.
You do it out of obligation. No, sure.
I want to be here. Why do you think I'm here right now?
Listen, it's cool. Here. If that's how you feel. Oh, so completely change the topic real quick.
Yeah. Step away from shaming me for a minute. All right.
Just for now. It'll happen again soon.
We'll
do you have a favorite style or a specific favorite utensil that you like to use?
Do I have a favorite style of like fork, spoon, knife?
Yeah.
I mean, it depends.
Or do you just
on
whatever
food.
you have, you just eat it or use it?
Well, like I wouldn't eat ground beef with a fork unless that was all I had.
Yeah.
I also wouldn't eat ground beef with a knife because I'd rather just scoop it into my house with use my hands.
I don't think you're understanding my question.
Maybe not. Try rephrasing it.
It's not so much about if there's one of them that you prefer the most. It's about the specific a spoon. Say you have a spoon.
Right.
Let's say you're eating something and you open up the drawer. Do you just grab a spoon out of there, or you're like, I want this specific kind of spoon for one reason or another?
Wait, didn't we talk about this? My spoon texture. Yeah, you're bringing up. I talked to you about this.
Did we talk about it on here before?
A long time ago, though. Yeah.
Well, let's bring it back up.
I have like 5 different kinds of spoon. Or no, I should rephrase. This was an old problem that I had as of like 3, maybe 5 months ago. At the house where I'm living, there is a drawer full of silverware. In this drawer, there were like 4 or 5 different sets of utensils, kind of mishmashed, So like they all had different handles and different weights and different, all of these things, right? I found there were 3 types of spoons that I liked. One of them was this smooth-handled, like long. It was hefty, had a bit of weight to it, like a wide scooper thing. You know what I mean? It had a wide scooper, and I liked that spoon. And so I started like collecting those spoons and taking them out of the drawer so that I specifically could use the spoons that I liked.
So fair. That's so fair.
And it was that one, and then there was another one that was similar. It was slightly textured, but didn't like you couldn't really feel the texture that much, and it was sort of flat and wide. Also nice. And there were also designs that I grew up with. So spoons that I had when I was a child, which were very intricate. They were made of silver, or not silver.
Nickel.
Yeah. I wish I had silver spoons. No. I don't know, stainless steel, right? Whatever they're made of. Yeah. They were just that, but they had like a really cool kind of flowery design on them that were really nice to feel.
Mm,
But then maybe half of the spoons, half of the other silverware in there were textured in weird ways that my fingies didn't like very much.
fair
So I
enough.
would naturally not go for those.
See, I was just gonna talk about this one specific spoon, like style spoon that I like. But you
Yeah.
say talking about the spoons that you had growing up made me reminded me back to the spoons that I had growing up because my mom
Mm,
had got like a set. I don't know if it came with the plates that we had too, but we had these plates that were like yellow orangish kind of color, and they had
okay.
just like different kinds of like vines and grape pictures on them.
Sure.
And then we had sets of silverware that they were spoons, forks, and knives, and at the end of them, it was like textured to feel like a bunch of grapes.
Oh,
Um, and it was cool to look at, but like
yeah.
the spoons or like the utensils themselves are like very thin.
Okay.
So I after looking back at it, I didn't like those because it felt
Mm,
like they were just gonna fall apart in my hands.
okay, sure. Yeah.
Currently, we have several different kinds of spoons. The one I refuse to eat with is the biggest little spoon that we have. I call it the
Right.
Jacob spoon because
Okay.
He's huge. He's a giant. He's 6'3", 4. He's 6'4",
I think you saw it in
big
that.
guy,
Yeah.
and so like he's also got big hands. So I'm like, this is a spoon that Jacob needs to eat his food.
Uh-huh.
I'm not touching that because so he's just a normal size spoon. The one that he has is like roughly this much
Mm-hmm.
bigger of it.
Yeah.
So I'm like, if I try to get a spoonful of that, I'm basically eating a whole bowl of cereal like that.
Yeah,
And
for
I need
sure.
to savor it. Some other spoons that we have, they're just standard spoons. They are textured with like a line going all the way through, or
Mm.
like from the end all the way around to the other end, and the tip of them are like rounded sharply, I guess. So it's not like a nice oval round. It's more like an egg shape, if that makes sense.
Oh, okay, sure.
I don't like those.
They're like
Uh,
oblong. They're
yeah,
oblong.
I don't like the oblong ones.
Mm.
We have another style spoon that does the same thing, but that one it just has like some stripes or some divots in it going
Yeah.
down, but it's shaped the same way. I don't like those. I specifically like this kind of spoon, because the way
I
it's
agree.
rounded around the top, I
Mhm.
feel like I'm not missing out on anything. It's got a nice heft to it. It doesn't have any texture or design on it,
Yep. Mhm. That's a
and
plus.
it just feels perfect. You and me were
Hmm.
special, but it's fine.
I think
Um,
my only complaint with that spoon is I think the head of it is too big.
oh,
Or rather the proportions, if I could like scale it down by
mm,
10%, uh maybe. It's a little hard to tell.
it's the shape of
But
my
I
head.
specifically yeah, that is freaky. I specifically I made the conscious decision because I also have two size spoons. I have
Mhm.
a
Oh, I guess we
regular
have the
size
baby
spoon and
spoons
then like the
too.
big spoons, right?
Mhm,
I don't know how to describe the big spoons other than that they're bigger than the small spoons.
mhm.
And so for most of my life, I would use the big spoon because I like to get more food per bite, right? But at the beginning of my like sort of weight loss thing, I went, I'm not ever
Small
using big
spoon.
spoons again because
Mhm.
small spoons force me to eat smaller bites,
Slower. Yeah,
therefore eat slower, therefore get fuller faster. It's the
fair
same
enough.
concept as using smaller bowls,
Mhm,
and like it's the same amount of food, but you trick your mind visually into thinking, actually, this is so much food in here.
mhm.
And
I
it's right.
agree.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
we have we have small spoons, that are almost like kid-sized spoons, but
Yeah.
we call them our autism spoons because they're just so tiny compared to the
Okay.
normal size spoons. And so there will be times where like I'll be grabbing utensils for food for like me and Chanel, and we're
Yeah.
like, so do you want the normal spoon? Do you want the good spoon, or do you want the autism spoon?
Right.
Uh, but like usually if I eat like ice cream or something, I'll get the tiny ones for that
The
same
autism
reason.
spoon or just
Yeah, the
it's just
autism spoon.
okay, yeah, all right.
Because it's like, okay, cool. I don't want a lot of ice cream, but I want to feel like I got a lot of ice cream, so I'm gonna eat with a
Totally.
small spoon.
That's yes. You're smack on right there.
Mhm,
Yeah,
mhm,
yeah.
mhm, mhm. I only brought that up because it was sitting right here, and some people bully me for it, but I feel like they just don't understand.
They don't understand. Yeah, you're right.
Mhm.
You're right here. This is absolutely
Yes,
this is a big
which is a
problem.
very rare occurrence.
That you're right or that I agree with you.
Both.
Okay, you know what? Okay, this actually ties in very well to one of the many things I want us to talk about today. Okay,
Mhm.
I'm sure you recall when we were in college together, and very specifically when we were in like shop class or
Mhm.
whatever you want to call that thing. We were in theater and like building stuff.
Oh, was that our first semester together? Or was that second
Maybe
semester?
second, maybe first or second,
Uh,
yeah. But that was when I discovered that we had like what I call rapport or chemistry,
we
right?
have true chemistry, yeah.
It's the I was just talking about this yesterday with somebody because like I remember so much that like we got compared to being like an old married couple because
That's
we
right.
would just bicker with each other for like 3 hours straight.
Oh, it's great.
And like everybody around us was just enjoying watching us like because
The banter
it was all
was
so inane.
it
Yeah.
was stupid, but it was
It was
great.
yeah, it was dumb, it was fun, and people enjoyed it, and we enjoyed doing it to like an audience. So we
Oh
were just having
yeah.
a great time all around, right?
I remember we were at a show or like watching like oh God, what is it called? Watching rehearsal for something, I guess. And
Yeah.
we were just in the audience or whatever. And I don't remember what happened, but you and me got into an argument for some reason about something to do with the sun.
What?
And I
Okay.
don't remember what it was, but it was something completely asinine and stupid.
All
And
right.
it was you just trying to be the odd man out for whatever reason.
Oh,
And
yeah,
I
well,
was
the
like,
devil's
that's
advocate every time,
exactly.
yeah.
You were being the devil's advocate, and like somehow we got the people, like the person around us involved, and they were
Uh-huh.
siding with you, and it pissed me off because I was like, "What do you mean? Like scientifically,
Yeah.
that doesn't make any sense." And I don't remember what it was about, but I just
Wow,
remember
I
that
don't remember this.
specifically.
Yeah,
And I think it was somebody who was also in that same class with us.
probably so, yeah. They were
But
just used to it, and
yeah,
we're like, "I'm gonna join in." Yeah.
oh yeah, I think they just like rage baiting me at this point.
Yes, yes.
Was
It's
it
fun. Well, okay, I shouldn't say that
was
it
it
is fun.
Nadia?
It's
It might
fun
have
to
been
rage bait
her.
people.
It is fun to rage bait people. It's not fun to be rage baited back. As somebody who gets rage
Mhm.
baited by you, my friends, my
Uh-huh.
boyfriend,
Uh-huh.
everybody hates me. So they
Well,
said,
the
let's make
reason
my
that
life a living. Anyways,
yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's fun to antagonize somebody to the point where they're like, well, okay, I
it's
should say
because
that
I'm easy.
no, yeah, well, no, it's fun to antagonize somebody who can take it
Mhm.
and is willing to take it and enjoys that and like will respond in turn
You think I
because
like being rage baited?
not like enjoy it, but you have the
Hmm.
ability to like adapt to it, and I think like I do as well because you do the same thing to me all the time.
I have no idea what you're talking about. I've never
And
done that before.
yeah, exactly. That right there is exactly what I'm talking about. It's that
Gaslighting.
it's the gaslighting and like turning it back around on the other person as
Oh
fast as
yeah.
possible. Just like back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And I'm like, I've never had that level of like being able to talk to somebody that fast, you know what I mean? And have them respond that quickly and have it be fun and entertaining and not like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Shout out to you because that's awesome. But the
Yeah.
crazy thing is, I bring this up because I actually think I found somebody that
You're
can also
replacing
do that.
me?
I'm not replacing you. I'm just unbelievably
Oh.
blown away that I found somebody that's able to do that. And like we have spent so much time together over the last 3 or 4 months since I've been going out and socializing
Hmm.
that I'm like, I think there's a reason that I get along with him so well. And it's because like I have the same like dynamic that you and I have where we could just like bounce off each other endlessly.
Hmm.
And then but then at one point they're like bouncing off. We just kind of both like stop bouncing off and go like, okay, and now we're done and we're just gonna hang out and do nothing.
Yeah.
And that's like exactly what my relationship is with this person. And I'm like, holy crap, I found another one. This is awesome.
I didn't
I
know there
couldn't
was
believe my
another one
luck.
like you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's like there's a
I,
reason that you and I have kept together for so long. Like
mhm.
now I have another person that I could do the exact same thing with. I'm like, I need to find more people like this.
I'd say I do have like a few people like that. One of them is
Yeah.
Anthony, and
Really?
we're real quick with it.
Cool.
But I usually admit defeat a lot faster, just because it's
Oh
like,
yeah.
dang, what am I don't have anything against you, so I'll just make it about race,
Wow. Okay. You
or
just jump right to that.
or about what's it called queerness or whatever.
Yep.
Not unfortunately, they are also queer.
Yeah.
And they are also
Yeah.
a minority, so that it's like,
Uh-huh.
dang, I can pull that card, but then they can also pull that card. And it's like,
Mhm.
dang, so you hate gay people, right? And they were like, you know what? Yeah, I do.
I know,
It
yeah.
happens. It happens with Chris a lot too. Like Chris,
Really?
I gaslight him. He rage baits me, but unfortunately, he has the capacity to double down, and I
Ooh,
admit
okay.
defeat too fast.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's always over the most stupid thing because I used to be the one who'd be like, "Okay, so you hate me immediately,"
Yep.
and he's also been doing that. And if you do something that he just doesn't like, he's like, "Okay, so you hate me, you want me to, you just hate me, and it's because I'm black, huh?" And I'm like, "No." I don't hate you. If I hated you, I wouldn't be here,
He's
bud.
using the power against you. Yeah.
Unfortunately. But like he has the capacity to double down and make
Mm-hmm.
me quit, and then I'll just be like, okay, whatever, I guess. And it's great, but also frustrating because it's he's so quick with it, and it makes me
Yeah.
mad that I can't respond because I just get stun locked every time. I also just feel
That's
guilty
crazy.
because
Cool.
he manipulates me. Don't talk to him about this. He'll
Uh-huh.
disagree. It's not true. I'm just being a dramatic person. He doesn't manipulate me, but
Of
I'm gonna
course
say he
not.
manipulates me uh into being the bad guy, and every time I always end up being the one who's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry, I didn't mean it." But
Okay,
I'm happy.
yeah. You know what?
I'm where I want to be though.
That's yeah, I understand that entirely. Yeah. I'm the villain in 99% of my conversations with people
Oh
because
yeah.
they keep turning it around on me and like accusing me and like twisting my own words against me.
Mm-hmm.
And then at the end of the day, I'm like, oh yeah, I am a villain.
Oh yeah.
It's like the worst kind of
Yeah.
villain because there's no villainy going on. It's
Mm-hmm.
just like the most inane
You've been
problem.
gaslit to be the villain, even though you were the hero the whole time.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You're the Spider-Man of your life, and everyone else is J. Jonah Jameson.
Yes, that sounds exactly right.
You're a menace to society.
Mm-hmm. You know that actually hilariously. So like, I have a friend group that I've sort of been building over the last couple of months that is maybe like 5 or 6 people by this point.
Mm-hmm.
By no means am I the lead. I am the oldest person in the group, but by no means am I the leader of the group. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of just like, you know, I consider everybody likes me because
Yeah.
obviously I'm me and I'm very likable. Uh, we were,
Very much.
yeah, yeah. Well, I like, I try to keep it under wraps, but a
Yeah,
lot
yeah,
of it,
yeah, yeah,
people like
definitely.
me. People like me a lot. And it was really funny because we were out getting like drinks at a bar, just at some spot, and one of the people in the group brought a friend with them to see how they would fit with our little clique. And we were all just kind of doing our thing, like hanging out, bantering. And this new guy like walked over to me and was like, "Hey, like, how's it going?" Like, kind of introduced himself, and he went, "So, like, are you the leader?" And I went, "Oh, yes,
Are you
yes,
believing me?
that's what I wanted." And everybody else in the group went, "No, no, nope, not
That's
the
so
leader." No,
funny.
I was like, "Yes, I am. Yes, I am. I am the leader of this group."
You've been given the role now.
That's exactly right. I have not. That was like, that was weeks ago. I've not let them live it down once because they all like immediately turned and dogpiled on me and went like, "Nope, nope,
Mm-hmm.
you are like the bottom of the ladder down there. You're gonna stay down there at the bottom of the ladder." And I went, "Well, somebody's got to hold it, and if that's not the leader's job, is to
Someone's
hold
got
the
to have to
ladder."
hold the torch.
Yeah, everybody else
Mm-hmm.
needs to climb the ladder. I'll stand here and hold it like a hero, like a
Mm-hmm.
leader would. Go down with the ship. I am captain. You know,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I got clocked for leadership. That's all I could say.
I don't think I've ever been asked if I was a leader
Mm,
or been the leader per se, but with a
okay.
majority of like my friendships, it's never been like one person is in charge of the whole group. It's always just been like a
Yeah.
mutual thing, respect among everybody.
Hmm.
So I've never had that experience of having to lead the friendship per se, but
Right.
I have been the person who kind of bring people together
Yeah.
several
That's yeah.
times,
Hmm.
or in other instances, people will ask me obviously for like my opinions and stuff, but like they're asking everybody, of course. But it's just
Right.
very much like they ask me to, and it's like okay, cool, or like they'll ask me first, and I'm like,
Yeah.
or to be like, hey Isaiah, what do you want to do? And I'm like, I don't know, whatever you guys want to do, because I refuse
Hmm.
to lead. Um, I'm also just indecisive.
See, that's
Uh,
because you might be getting clocked for leadership, but like just like me, you're like, I don't want to be the leader. I'm more than happy to sit here on the side in second place and go like, yeah, that's a
mhm.
great. I will back you up.
I'll be the
Let's do
support. I
that.
do not want the leadership role. I'm not
Hmm.
trying to be responsible for all of you. Thank
Yeah.
you.
But that's
Uh,
I think it's you're a beacon. I think both of us are
Beacon of
kind of
sunshine.
weird. Yeah, we're like beacons of like not authority, but like we exude an energy that draws people to us.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so like that is a leadership quality in itself. I mean, all great leaders have cults. I'm not saying I have a bunch of cultists with me.
Hmm.
I'm not
You
saying
could
they're
phrase that
cultists.
any other way, but go crazy. But yeah,
What would be a better
yeah.
way to describe that?
I don't
You know,
know.
think about any Hitler, whoa,
Hey,
anybody in
whoa,
history, right?
whoa! See, now you're bringing up your genealogy into this. This is starting to make
I was
sense
gonna say
now.
Hitler had a cult, right?
Mm-hmm.
Gandhi had a cult. Any
Mm-hmm.
leader out there, you have like followers that will die for you. I don't
Is
think, my
Jesus a
friend, you
cult
would
leader?
die for me. Yeah, his people died for him. Technically, that would qualify.
I mean, he died for he died for his crew too.
He did return the favor. I will give him
Are
that
mobs
credit.
just cults too, and gangs just cults?
Hmm. I think it would require more information about given. I mean, if it was just like a let's burn the witch, not really a cult. You know, that's
Mm-hmm.
like a let's defend the town from evil machinations or something like that.
But it's
And then
all
they kind of go their
superstitions we made
separate
in our
ways.
head.
Right, yeah.
Yes. But I'm talking about like you come to me in the day of my daughter's wedding type,
That would maybe be a cult. Yeah.
because
You
we
know,
we have the
Peaky
leader
Blinders,
with yeah.
that's a cult.
I mean, in the Yakuza in
Hmm.
Japan, if you do them wrong, they'll cut off your finger to keep you in line.
Kind of a cult. Sounds like a cult to me.
Yeah.
Yep.
Please don't come after us. Thank you. I like my fingers where they are, and I like my life where it is currently.
I do too as well. Yeah, yeah. See, look at that. Check it out. Mm-hmm.
Speaking of fingers, actually, this is something I want to bring up. So I told myself I'm going to stop biting my nails. Have
Good.
not done that successfully.
Okay, bummer.
Not all of them. So like, well, I don't usually bite my nails. More so, they get to a point to where they get long, and then they just start breaking from just me having hands, or if I'm
Right.
in the shower, sometimes they're like get soft because I take hot showers and
Mm-hmm.
malleable, and like I don't bite my nails most of the time. I kind of peel them off, which is kind
Yeah.
of psychopathic too.
Yeah.
Um,
We've talked
and
about this.
yeah, and so I guess my topic of conversation is how long is too long for your nails to be? Because this is currently how long my long nails are. So let's do this one. This one's my longest one.
That's pretty long. Yeah.
Yeah. Uh, I think for me, usually it's if it's long enough to capture a lot of dirt and grime from just
Mm-hmm.
life, then I need to cut them. I just haven't because I've been busy and lazy.
I mean, I understand that. I tend to cut mine when they start growing like over the skin, like the
Oh
pad.
yeah, that's
Mostly
smart.
because I've tried to have them like a little bit longer, but I type so much that I
Mm-hmm.
don't like the feeling of the nails hitting the keyboard.
Fair enough.
So I just use the pads.
I
So
guess
like if
mine
they
aren't
get,
that long yet.
it also depends on your keyboard maybe. Like my laptop
Yeah.
is very small that I work on. So
Oh,
like
I
all the
have
keys
like
are
a
very
normal
close together.
keyboard,
Mm-hmm.
and like the way that I do it like this, where the soft parts of my fingers are touching it, not like this. But again, I have a normal keyboard right here. I
Right.
don't use my laptop as much.
Sure. Yeah.
Um, but I will be because I'm working on another story,
Nice.
which I don't want to spoil that one. I want that one to be a surprise for everybody who reads
Sure.
it.
Yeah.
So I won't
Yeah.
talk about it here.
That's true.
But yes. Also, I guess let me address the elephant in the room. There's nothing on my walls.
I was gonna say your posters have vamoosed.
Yes, they're all right here, all the ones I'm keeping, because we are moving.
Hey, congratulations! Is this an exciting
Yes.
development? How do we feel about this?
I wanted to be over with already. I'm
Okay.
so
Yep.
ready to get out of here.
I understand that.
And it's not just me. Everybody in 6307 is moving out. So it's really
Wow.
the end of an era. Jacob's already pretty much moved at this point.
Yeah.
He got a job over in like it's out an hour away. So
Right.
he got an apartment close to there. So he's already basically moved out by now.
Nice. Okay.
Um Me and Chanel, we're moving across the hall, so not too far, but we're
Oh,
moving
okay.
to a 2 bedroom instead of a 4 bedroom. And we're
Ah.
both gonna have our own bathrooms. So it's gonna be so
That is
nice.
a huge upgrade, yeah.
And then our last roommate, she is moving also to a 2 bedroom, but she's moving
Mm.
across property to a different building.
Wow.
Um,
Wow.
but yeah, so we're all moving out because originally me and Chanel were gonna stay here,
Yeah.
but we were gonna get displaced because the subflooring is just awful in here, because
Okay.
it's just been not repaired over many years. Um, Even though we've requested it to be repaired many times through
Yeah.
different managers, and everyone would be like, "Oh no, it's fine," or "Yeah, we'll get
Nice.
to it eventually." But with this company now and the new management, they're like, yeah, no, we need to get this worked on and done because this is actually
Oh,
a safety hazard.
wow, okay.
Excuse me. And also, me and Chanel were like, okay, well, if we're gonna get displaced anyways, why not just move to a 2 bedroom instead of
Sure.
putting another 4 bedroom and then move back? Because if we're gonna move our stuff, I'm not gonna want to move it again.
Mm.
And luckily, the person who's living across the hall, or the people living across the hall, are both leaving soon. So they were like, "Hey, do you guys just want the one across the hall?" Because Chanel also works in the office, so like
Oh,
she gets to kind of wait in there.
bagel,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. So we're just waiting for them, the one person who's left in there, to turn in his keys, so then they can go in there and they can check it out, charge for damages, things like that. And then
Okay.
after that, we can get the keys and start moving over. Um,
That's so
but
exciting.
yeah, and so we spent all day yesterday, or I guess all afternoon and evening yesterday, just working on our rooms.
Yeah.
And we've taken
Getting that
everything off the
packet.
walls. We've filled up all the holes. We were working in the living room. It looks so dead in here.
Yeah, it's very white, very,
Yeah.
very lifeless. Yeah.
And Jacob took all of his stuff with him, including the TV in the living room and the
Oh,
Roku. So
yeah.
like we were just sitting in the living room yesterday eating dinner and just like, it feels so wrong to
Silently,
be in
like,
here. We
just
were just
prop
on
your
our
phone up.
phone.
Yeah,
She
yeah.
was on her iPad, and we were just like, it feels wrong to be in here. And we both just felt like we had nothing, and we were living the stressful, struggle, poor life again.
Oh,
But we were both like, we have TVs in our room, but like the living room is our common space where we would always
right.
eat dinner pretty much
Yeah.
every other night at this point. So we were both just like, this
Wow.
sucks.
Life changing. That's
Yeah.
mm.
Also, another life update.
Yeah.
I guess I have a few actually because a lot's happened in
Okay.
the last month.
I
Uh,
agree. Yeah, me
One
too.
of them being Jacob has got, or is in the process, if not has already bought a new car, and he
Cool.
is selling his old car to me.
Nice. You
Uh,
finally have a ride. Well, not yet,
so
but
finally,
almost there.
I'll end up having a ride, and
Yeah.
it's the same car that I learned to drive in. So it's like I
Oh.
already know how to work it and
Mm.
everything.
Yeah, that's intimacy right
Um,
there.
Yeah, still terrified to drive, but I'm gonna force myself to drive a lot more, especially
Yeah,
if I because I'm gonna have the car, and it's gonna be like, you have the car, you have the transportation, you're gonna save a lot more money than if you Ubered places.
exactly.
Um, it is gonna suck if I have to drive to work though, because I don't want to do that because I
Mm.
work like 3 or 4 towns away. Um,
Oh, okay.
and I'd have to get on the highway. I mean, I technically don't have to. I can just be on the access roads. It's just a matter of actually doing it is the thing I'm
Yeah.
scared to do.
You do
Especially
it,
with,
like, twice, and then you'll get accustomed to it.
yeah, I would like to do it mostly at night if I could, but I work during the day, so
Night's scarier than the day.
it is, but also there's not as nearly as many people on the road.
Yeah, there's
Uh,
wildlife more.
I'm mostly worried about people on the road. I'm gonna be honest with you. That's my biggest
Fair.
fear.
Okay.
That and the roads, because the roads up here are awful,
That is true.
and the
Yeah.
people up here can't drive either.
It is a college town. Mhm.
Yeah. So dealing with that. And then Chanel was also like, yeah, if you do it, we can go halvesies on it.
Mm.
So might end up doing that. But she's like,
Nice.
yeah, this will also give me a reason to practice driving and also like try to get my license too. So we're gonna share the car, which will be
Ah.
really cool.
Yeah,
And like
okay.
I did all the math on everything, and like he's selling it to me for relatively cheap actually, and he
Yeah.
said that I could do like a payment plan with him and just send him like $100 a month. I was like,
Nice.
oh yeah, I could definitely do that. And like I worked it into my budget, because my new apartment's gonna be like 130, 150 more than what I pay now,
Right,
which isn't
right.
too bad. I make enough to where it's not a problem.
Yeah.
But the other problem I'm facing now is I want to quit my job, but I need to find another job, obviously.
Right.
But I mostly want to quit my job because my boss had put in his 2-month notice, and so it's like, damn, I don't want to keep working here anymore.
Yeah, if you don't have your
Uh,
friend with you there.
yeah,
Mhm.
and then also it's like, well, if you're not here, everything's gonna change already. And
Right,
also,
yes.
everybody's expecting me because everybody puts us as a package deal, and so
Oh, yeah.
everybody's already expecting me to leave anyways. And everyone keeps asking me, "So are you gonna leave too?" And I'm like, I don't know. I haven't gotten anything else yet, but
Yeah.
like, if I do, it's to the point to where I've debated going back to retail.
Ooh, really?
Which realistically, I don't think it would be too awful. I
Yeah.
kind of don't want to do it though. I told myself I don't want to go back to retail. I don't want to do another maintenance job if I don't have to.
Right.
Um, but like the other issue is needing to find a job where I get paid enough.
Totally. That is
Because
priority.
currently I get paid $21 an hour, and it's not
Ooh.
easy to find like an entry position job that
Yeah.
pays close enough to that.
Right.
Um, I mean, I could try to, if I really needed to, I could try to go back to one of my previous jobs because
Mm.
all of them I left on a good note. I did the full notice thing and everything.
Yeah, yeah.
But I just don't want to go back to an old job, especially
Yeah.
again maintenance. I'm so tired of it. I've been doing it for 5 years, 4 or 5 years,
Yeah.
and I'm just over it, dude.
I don't blame you.
Um,
That does sound tiring.
but yeah, so that's also that update too. Um, and then a very wild update.
Okay.
Me and Chris have been dating for a year and a half now.
Congratulations. Yeah.
And may or may not have said the big L word.
Whoa.
Uh,
That is a development.
and it's something that I've been thinking about for a while.
Yeah.
And like, I'm the kind of person where music kind of reflects me, or the music
Okay.
I'm listening to reflects how I feel, or like things I'm thinking
Oh.
about.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
so for a good couple of weeks, if not month or two, I just kept listening to songs about being in love, loving somebody, or just like I call it romantic tension, where it's
Ooh.
kind of like you want me and I want you, but we don't want to mess things up, kind of deal, or
Yeah, yeah.
like um, life is short, just go for it, dude, type beat.
Right. Right.
Um, the one that specifically was playing in my, or I just kept listening to, was a song called "Kiss Her, You Fool," and it's a song just about you like her, you know she likes you, you're waiting for the right moment, but the moment's never gonna come, so just do
Mhm.
it, dude.
Mhm.
Um, and I think that perfectly reflects how I am approaching my relationship, unfortunately, is I'm
Oh,
waiting for the
yeah.
right moment to do stuff.
Yep.
And so the first time he thought I said I love you was really early on, maybe like a month into our relationship. He
Ooh,
was
okay.
leaving, we hugged, we kissed or whatever, and I kind of mumbled and I said, let me know when you get home. And he turned around with a quickness and was like, "What'd you just say?" And I said, let me know when you get home. He goes, "I
Oh,
thought you
yeah.
said I love you," and we both freaked out. I was like, "Oh, whoa, it's way too early for that."
Okay, yeah.
And then
Dude,
fast forward,
quick question about that though. How
yeah,
early is too early to say I love you?
I am not the person to ask about that anymore.
Mm.
Only
Is it a case by case
because
basis?
it's very much case by case. Because I
I see.
mean, I think it really just depends on the people involved. Because some people feel it really fast, some people it take a while,
Mm.
some people I don't believe in saying it immediately, but one of my friends,
Mm.
who we actually both became friends and we've been hanging out with him a lot, he told me that him and his boyfriend, they said it like from the first day that they started dating because they were like, we're going to
Really?
reach that point anyways. So might as well just
Okay.
kind of rip the band off now. And I was like, huh,
Interesting.
interesting. And I was
Yeah.
like, I can't do that. And he was like, well, I think you're putting too much weight on it. And I was like,
Yeah.
fair. I definitely am. But also the way that I grew up, it wasn't something that was said a lot.
That
So for
yeah.
me, it's very much like if I'm saying it, it's because I mean it. And
Yeah. I mean,
unfortunately
there's
I
different tiers to it, right?
oh
Like,
absolutely,
I mean,
absolutely.
you could be like, "I love you, bro," and you just dap him up, and
Yeah.
you
You
just
can
hit
say
a
I love
good
it to
PR
your
in the gym, and like,
exactly. You
yeah,
say I love you to your
like,
family, I love you to
"Thanks
your
for
best
spotting me, bro."
friend.
Yeah, your for your
Like, oh
family.
yeah. Uh But like even with my friends, there's a few that I say it to. But it's
Yeah.
mostly obviously my closest friends.
Right, right.
Um, what's called, and obviously family members too. But like
Yeah.
romantically, somebody I'm dating, it just hits a lot different, and it's very
Uh-huh.
much for me like I don't want to say it until I know that I do.
Yeah,
Um,
because words have power. When you, like,
Words have a lot
say
of power.
when you say the word of
100%.
power, you go, "I love you." And it's
Mm-hmm.
like, "Oh, no. Now you've broken the barrier."
Oh yeah, it adds you reach a new threshold once you or cross the threshold when you do it for the first
Uh-huh.
time. And so I bring up my friend because we were all hanging out one day. That was that same day we had that conversation of like how soon is too soon to say it, because
Right.
he was doing like this fun bingo thing he found on this gay bingo he found on Instagram, and one of
Okay.
them was been or love bomb or been love bomb by
Yeah. Oh,
somebody.
yeah.
And so I was
Oh
like, oh
god.
yeah, definitely been there before. And then
Yeah.
our friend was like, yeah, I have too. And then Chris was like, yeah, I had, or like, yeah, check that off for me too. And I was like thinking about it, and I was like, who have you or have you love bombed somebody? Did somebody love bomb you? That's kind of crazy.
Mm.
And then another one was been in love before. And so I was like, oh yeah, it wasn't my last relationship, but those feelings have faded or whatever. And then
Right.
our friend was like, yeah, I have to. And then Chris was like, yeah, me too. And so then that's something I thought about for the next couple of days,
Mm.
because I'm the first person that he's like full on relationship dated in his adult life.
Oh, sure, okay.
So then I was like, is he talking about somebody from like his childhood, like high school, or
Yeah.
was he just in love with somebody but it was like unrequited? I don't know. I don't know who it could be. I kind of want to pry, but I'm gonna just leave it there, whatever. And
Yeah,
then a
yeah, yeah.
couple of days pass, and I'm talking with Anthony about it, and then, like I'm just laughing about it, and I go, "Is he talking about me? No, there's
Oh.
no way he's talking about me."
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
then I think at this point it's been about 3 weeks since I've said it, and what happened
Mm.
was that day I was like, we were just vibing, we were cuddling or whatever. He was on Instagram Reels, and I was just vibing on my phone.
Yeah.
And for weeks leading up to that point, I was like, I could just say it. I could just say it, just rip off the band-aid. Or I could
Right?
just accidentally say it in conversation, be like, oh yeah, or be like, oh, I love you, or whatever. I mean, just trying to find different ways I
Oh,
could just kind of
yeah,
slip it
yeah,
in
yeah.
there. But then I was also like, no, because like if I say it, I want to be real about it. I don't know.
Yeah.
And so I was just like thinking about it pensively, and I just go, so like, I got a crazy question. And
Okay.
he was like, what's up? And I was like, what if I said I love you right now? What would you do? And he goes, I'd say it back. And I'd be like, oh, okay. And he was like, why? I'm like, because I kind of want to say it. And he goes, say it. I'm like, I can't do that. Are you joking? I can't say that to you.
What?
And he's like, well, then don't. I was freaking out about it. Listen, listen,
I
listen, listen,
gotta
listen,
blame you,
listen.
yeah.
And so like that's the conversation kind of goes like that for a little bit. I'm like, no, but I
Yeah.
want to say it. I'm just scared to say it. He goes, then don't say it until you're ready. I'm like, but I want to.
Right.
And then I brought up the how we had that when we did that bingo that other time, and I was like,
Mm.
yeah, you said that you were in love with somebody. That wasn't me, right? And he was like laying right here, and I was looking down at him. He just looks at me, and he just looks at me. And I'm like, that wasn't about me, right? And he just stares at me.
Oh my
I'm like,
gosh.
Christian, tell me that wasn't about me, right? He just keeps staring at me, and so then I get extremely flustered, and
Uh-huh.
I'm like, oh my god, I'm such an idiot. It
Yeah.
was about me. Oh, now there's
Yeah.
so much pressure to say it to him. Blah 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 blah. This is all
Oh
pressure I put
god.
on myself, by the way.
Yeah, of course,
Um,
yeah, naturally.
and so then I just kind of dropped it or whatever, and for the rest of the night, because I was there for like an hour or two later. The
Yeah.
rest of the night, I was just like, damn, I really want to say it, but I'm so scared right now. What if he doesn't
Uh-huh.
like me? What if he's like, you freaking weirdo? I don't love you. Just overthinking the whole thing. So then
Absolutely, as you
I
do.
call a ride, and I'm waiting for it. And my ride gets here. We hug, we kiss. I'm at his place. We hug and kiss or whatever. And so then I'm about to go, and then I'm like, okay, one more. And so hug him and kiss him again, and I'm just staring at him. And then I was like, oh, I want to say it. And then we go outside, we do it again, and then I'm
Uh-huh.
like, I want to say it. He goes, then say it. I'm like, I can't. He goes, then don't say it. He's like, no. I turn around to leave, and then I came back and I said, no, I'm gonna say it. He goes,
Whoa.
okay. And I was like, and I think I was like, okay, I love you, bye. He goes, I love you too. And then I went
Wow.
on my merry way. Uh,
Is this what
and
they refer to as gay panic?
yes. And so I freaked out after the fact, obviously. And
Naturally,
so
yeah.
I'm telling everybody that I know that I said it, and everyone's like, "Oh my god, that's so sweet!" Blah 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 blah. And I go to work, and I go, and I talk to one of my, I guess she's a coworker. I don't know if she's technically a higher up because she's a manager and I'm not.
Okay,
But I
sure.
talked to one of the staff members, and she's a mom. Her son works there. She's got
Oh,
3 kids, whatever. She's been with her husband, like in a
okay.
relationship with him since I think middle school. So like
Whoa.
they've
Okay.
been together their whole lives.
That's pretty good.
And so I go to her. No, I go to her and I'm like, hey, so I have a question. How soon is too soon to say it?
Okay.
And so she was just like, well, I've been with my husband since middle school, so like we said it pretty early on. We've been together since blah 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 blah.
Yeah, yeah. I
Why
mean,
are
in
you?
middle
Do you
school,
want to
that
say?
conversation happens because they like gave you crayons. You go like, "Thank you, I love you," and they go,
Yeah.
"You know what? You're right. I'm gonna spend the rest of my life with you."
Oh, absolutely. That's exactly what it is. Or they give you Sharpies to huff, but whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
Glue to eat.
yeah.
We
And
ate glue
so
together in middle school. We threw up for the first day.
you let me rip glue. You put glue in your hands. You let me peel it off of you. Like that's a very
Remember that time when you
specific
threw
thing.
glitter all over me? Ah, yeah, I threw glitter all over you.
We danced at prom, or we danced at the 8th grade prom. Like we have to stay together.
Yep, that's it.
But
They decided.
so she was
What did
like,
she say? Yeah.
she was like, "Why are you thinking about saying it?" And I was like, "Well, kinda." And then my other coworker showed up, and she was like, "What's going? Like, what are you guys talking about?" And she got
Mhm.
upset. She's like, "Oh, so you're gonna ask her before you ask me?" Because
Yeah.
she's been in a relationship, I think a couple months longer than I have.
Ooh,
So we're
okay.
kind of in a similar boat. And so like
Yeah.
I had asked her, and she was like, I think she said it after about a year, or like
Yeah.
maybe like 6 or 7 months, somewhere around there, somewhere
6 or
between like
7.
6 months. Stop it, 6 months to like a year, because she's been dating her boyfriend for like a year and like 8 or 9 months at this point.
Okay, yeah.
So almost 2 years. And so, we kind of talked about it or whatever, and she was just like, yeah, why? Like, are you thinking about saying it? And then my other coworker who I first approached had walked away because she was working on something. And I
Yeah.
was like, well, I kind of already said it. She's like, oh my God, what did you say?
Mhm.
And I was like, oh, it'd say this or last night, but it was 1 o'clock this morning when I
Yeah.
left his place. So this morning, and so she kind of freaked out about it, obviously, because everyone's gonna freak out
Mhm.
about it. And then I told my other coworker, and I was like, yeah, no, it was wild. I'm still really nervous about it. I'm
Yeah.
scared to say it again. I don't think I will, because I feel I'm terrified. And
Yeah.
she was like, no, listen, like the more you say it, the more natural it's gonna come. And I was like, okay, cool. And so what she would do is she would like ask me like if I've said it again, and I'm like, no, not
Right.
yet. Blah blah blah. Blah. And then one day, I was in her office, and like we were just talking or whatever, and I was leaving. She goes, okay, or all right, I'll see you later. I love you. And I leave, and I come back and I go, what'd you just say? She was like, I'm just trying to get you used to hearing it. Was that weird? I was
Oh,
like, yeah, that was kind of weird. She goes, okay, I won't do it again.
okay. Yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
but very much a mom kind of thing, and it was
That's
funny.
great.
But I have said it again since over text and in person. The
Nice, yeah.
last time I said it in person first before I said over text again. Um, did I? I don't remember. But the next time I said
Yeah.
it in person, it was very much okay. I love you, bye. And he said, okay, I love you, bye. And then we went our way. But I've been trying to slow it down a little bit so it's not
Right.
as panicky. I have said it multiple times since then. I have also talked to him on the phone, and then we're hanging out. But like, okay, I'll talk to you later. I love you, and he'll be
Yeah.
like, I love you too, and I'm like, okay, bye. So yeah, a lot of
Adorable. Yeah.
big. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Alright, okay, alright. Hands off, I
uh,
surrender. Uh-huh.
but yeah, a lot of things have happened in this last month. A lot of
Yeah.
big things. We've also talked about just like future stuff as well,
Sure. It's good to
like
plan that.
living together. I
Ah,
have
yeah.
told him I think it would be cool to get married one day, but not in like a I want to marry you right now kind of way, but
Right,
just like
yeah,
a
yeah.
in the future. That's what I'd like to see, because I'm locked in.
Right.
especially with saying I love you. So I'm like, yeah, I'm here for the long haul.
Sure.
And we talked about having a home together and like the layout that we want. We want a 3 bedroom place, probably an apartment because houses are
Right.
expensive. And so
Totally.
that we can both have our own room and we can have a guest room or like a game room or whatever.
Yeah.
We've also realized that we don't do well at sleeping in bed together because we both toss and turn. We both have sleep apnea. We
Okay.
both
Yeah.
keep waking up in the middle of the night. We keep overheating. So
Yeah.
the other reason why we're gonna have our own rooms is because I'll go to his room at night. We'll cuddle or whatever for a while, and then I'll
Mm-hmm.
sleep. And then whenever he's asleep, I'll just go to my bed, and just sleep in my own bed because it's just how it's gonna work. That way we
Yeah.
can both
Yeah.
get the best sleep we can.
That's a good way to do it.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah, but
I'll,
that's a
I'll tell
future
you what
thing.
though. Yeah. Yeah. I have a couple of things to bring up regarding this, specifically about the saying "I love you" part,
Yeah.
because this one big thing that's happened to me in the last month is I officially had all the way through full arc my very first relationship
Oh,
ever.
so you said it had,
Yeah, because it began
as
and
in,
ended in about 6
oh,
weeks. Yeah.
gotcha. Well,
Not really
hey,
due to
that's how
like
it be.
yeah. The problem is that it ended. I don't want to say too much because it's uh very
Very
weird.
personal.
Yeah. But like I was very into this person for sort of that first like 4 weeks were very puppy lovey.
Mm-hmm.
Um and
The
then
cupcake
after
phase, as they say.
yeah. And so then after that, like the last 3 weeks ish of the relationship was me going, well, then like, does this have the legs to go the distance?
Mm.
And I was like comparing, making like pros and cons, and like what do I see in this person that are like that it's good qualities? What do I see in them that are bad qualities? One of the qualities that I was like very on the fence about was the fact that they said they loved me in like the first 2 weeks, maybe
Mm-hmm.
the first week that we were like officially dating. And I went,
Uh,
I just like they were like, yeah, there's no pressure to say it back. I just want to express that's how I'm feeling. And I went, that's really good. And I went, do I feel love for this person? And
mm-hmm.
I like racked my brain forever, for like weeks, trying to figure out like if I felt like what was it, love, or was it just attraction, right? Or just like infatuation in that moment.
Yeah.
And like one of the weirdest thing that I figured I found out that I discovered during that time was that like I don't really know what the feeling of love is.
Mm-hmm.
Like I have no barrier to compare it to. I know that I like love my family, right? We talked about that. Like
Yeah.
I love my friends to the degree of like uh I mean there's different types of love, right?
Oh yeah.
I would for the vast majority of my friends, if they like ask me to do something, I'm dropping what I'm doing and I'm gonna go help them. And to
Mm-hmm.
me, that is like it's an act of love because
Yeah.
I love this person and I want them to succeed and I want to do whatever I can to help them succeed. Uh I expressed this. We talked about this for like we had very long conversations about like why don't I feel love in the sense that like a lot of other people seem to feel that.
Mm-hmm.
And well, we never really did get to the end of it because
Mm-hmm.
it was described to me over and over that a lot of the actions that I was taking were that of somebody who was in love,
Mm-hmm.
or that an action that somebody, yeah, that is in love would do, right? And I was looking at those actions going like, well, I kind of do this for everybody. Like I'm not specifically only doing this for you because we're dating and
Mm-hmm.
because like we're closer than anybody else. Like I do this with everybody. So like do I just feel love for everybody? Or
Mm-hmm.
is it just that I like don't am I like I was like am I incapable of love? Like have I just been so trained by myself to be so socially not socially like me oriented that like my capacity for loving anybody other than myself has become diminished to the point where I just can't do it, but
Mm-hmm.
that all of the actions I'm taking regardless would still demonstrate that because I have a foundation in loving myself, and therefore I'm able to go, I will like sacrifice myself to do this for you because I'm just me and like you're valuable. So like I could, I can not diminish myself, but like I can do what I need to do that makes me maybe slightly uncomfortable if it makes you comfortable. because I like you and I have that feeling towards you.
Mm.
So I don't know quite where I was going with this. That was like, sort of my thoughts on like saying I love you very quickly, because they don't really say that. I personally think that the word holds power. I
Oh
said that
yeah, I
earlier, right?
agree.
You say that word to somebody and it like immediately to me sets a different expectation, because there were two times I did end up saying it to this person twice, not really meaning to. One of them was by
Mm-hmm.
accident, because I was like, we were on like the hour 16 of this day that we had been spending together, and like we went to sleep and they said that they love me, and I was like unconscious on the bed and I went like, I love you too, and then passed out. And then the next
Mm.
morning, like, woke up and they were like, hey, so you said this thing last night to me, and I just wanted to make sure that you said it. And I went, I don't know, what did I say? Because I have this habit, I sleep talk, and so I have this
Mm.
habit of waking up in the middle of the night and talking to nobody really, but having a
Yeah.
conversation with this person. And yeah, so they were just confirming that I had said it, and I went, I actually don't really remember saying that. Um, I just reiterated like I don't really know. I don't really know what that feels like. So like if I said it, I don't know, maybe I was feeling that in the moment, but like I immediately was like, I have to back off from this a little bit.
Mm.
And then towards the end of the relationship, which ended catastrophically because uh I mean, I could say, I guess, a little bit. He got accused of doing some bad things. Let me just put it that way.
Ooh.
And I was like, okay,
Don't need to associate with that.
yeah, yeah. Obviously, all he said, she said stuff. Like, there's
Mm-hmm.
no real evidence behind it, but there were 3 instances of violation stuff that happened.
3.
Not all the same degree of badness, but
Yeah, that's
that's that.
wrap it
You know
up.
what I mean?
Hang it up.
And I immediately, when I found out the news, I was like, oh my, like, this is bad. I need to contact them immediately, and like figure out what's going on. And they were like in tears, having like a breakdown because it's bad, right?
Mm.
And like obviously they didn't think they did anything wrong, and had evidence that may corroborate that they're actually in the right, but
Mm.
it's impossible to tell.
Yeah.
I only knew them a month, and they had been more active for like the better part of a year, and they were older than me by a couple of years. And so it's like none of this has a good look, and it made me very, very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But I didn't feel uncomfortable that first night that we were calling, because I was like, this is like, they're wrong. Like, they have to be wrong. You're not a bad person. And then like over the next week I went, oh
Just
God,
kind of
like
looking at everything.
you could be a bad person and I would have no
Mm-hmm.
idea, because I'm being like love bombed. And we're on our best behavior at the beginning of this relationship.
Of
So I'm
course.
like, I needed to step back. But like in that, like at the end of that conversation, I did say again, I was like, I'm here for you, and I think I do love you, and I want us to get through this together.
Mm-hmm.
And then immediately, like, oh God, okay, I'm so embarrassed. I torpedoed so bad. I like
Mm-hmm.
ghosted for a week, and it was bad, and I shouldn't have done that. And I'm not making excuses for myself, because now I know I should have known then. I'm dumb. I'm not. I wasn't. I'm not. Yeah. No
Mm-hmm.
excuses. I have learned. I'm
You are
not doing
not
that
dumb.
anymore.
You are learning. You're growing. This is, like you said, this is your first relationship. There's a
Yeah.
lot of things everybody learns so much in their first relationship, and any
Yeah.
relationship really, as long as you're open to actually learning something.
Yes. And I
Uh,
want to think that I ended it well, because we did have a follow-up conversation. Like, I sent a message when I got back from tour, which I guess I could talk about that maybe in the next episode. But when I got back from tour, like the night before I got back, I sent a message and was like, "Hey, can we talk like tomorrow night?" Because I need to say a lot of I like the whole week that I had been gone. It's not like I wasn't thinking about it. I have a really bad habit of running away from my problems, and I have. I mean, unironically, this person helped me to overcome that fear that I have of running away from things.
mhm.
And so when I did that and ran away from my problems there, I went, okay, this is just like immature of me to do, considering the conversations that we've had around this exact problem. I need to do this. And so I like asked if we could have a conversation And the entire week that I was gone on tour, 2 weeks, I was like just ruminating, right? Writing down my thoughts. I wrote out a whole Google document over like what I like thought maybe our disconnects were.
Oh, been there.
I
Been
know.
there many
Yep.
times.
I read over it and over and
We
over and
really are
added
just two
stuff
sides of
to
the
it.
same coin. It's
That's
crazy.
what I'm saying. I was like, oh, this is bad. Like, this is advice that was given to me by like one of my other friends. But they were like, because
Hmm.
I was like, I wrote out like 5 messages over the course of the week and never sent them. Never sent them and never sent them and just deleted them and never sent them and wrote another one. And they were like, well, why don't you just write them all down somewhere else? Don't send them. Just look at it, read over it over and over and over again. And thank God I did that, because like when we had that conversation, I could just refer to my notes, which we
Yeah.
did the same thing. Like I had my little phone, they had like they printed it out on a piece of paper. They're like, I just need to read this. And yeah, a lot of it was like, you know, explaining that they were hurt by my actions, and I went, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I am so sorry, because I messed up really, really bad. And I'm doing my best to never do that again, because that sucked. And
Yeah. That's all you really
yeah,
can do.
mm-hmm. It's a learning experience, and we didn't end on a I didn't close the door entirely,
Hmm.
because like I said, the evidence that I was presented with is very hearsay.
Hmm.
I think it sets a very bad pattern, and there is now going to be a stigma around this person in the community for the foreseeable future that I don't know if I feel comfortable associating with.
Yeah.
But like on the other side, if they didn't do these things and are being like falsely accused, then I feel terrible for abandoning somebody who's actually like a decent human being in their like hour of most need.
Hmm.
I was imagining myself like, yeah, well, like what would happen to this if this was me in this scenario? And I went, I mean, I hope that I am never going to be accused of something like this, but you literally never know. And if the blanket statement just gets like thrown out there and you get caught up in the wash, having everybody abandon you because of that sounds like the worst form of hell. Because everybody like
Yeah.
I've had to
It's.
make a political move despite going, I don't know how bad this person really is.
Mhm.
Because like I value my own standing in the community, and like people talk. Like the community that I'm in right now is not that big. It seems big, but everybody knows each other
Mhm.
and everybody's talking. And like I've already seen half the people. Like I used to go to a lot of parties with this person. Half the people that I go to, like that we've been to parties to together, have now blanket banned him because because one of the party people was like, "You're not coming back to ours," and everybody else went, "Well, we're siding with them because they're the biggest one. You're out for all the rest of us." And so, like,
Mhm.
the only options now are like small gatherings, small get-togethers, like personal things. It's like, okay, well, like I value you as a person, and like I was at the point where I was considering if our relationship had legs, right, to like go the distance,
Mhm.
and went, well, I guess my choice here is between, do I side with you and risk losing like the community that I've been like thriving in and all of my like new friends and all these people, and risk that to side with you, or do I like cut and run you and like side with the community because I've only been told that the community is good at what they're doing. Like
Mhm.
they're good at vetting their own members. They're good at getting predators out of the way. Not that this person's a predator, but I've seen predators. I know what they look like.
Jesus.
It's not it's not that.
I think it's one of those things where you don't have enough information on either side, so you really do have to make your decision for your future self
Mm-hmm.
regardless. Um for me, if I was in this situation, respectfully, I don't think I would be able to side with the person simply because I'm a very big advocate of uh getting justice for those who were
Yeah.
wronged in that kind of way.
Yep.
Um Especially knowing people who have been uh abused in certain
Mm-hmm.
in those ways. Also as someone who has been myself, it's
Yeah.
like, yeah, until there's evidence proving otherwise, or until rather not even evidence, until it's proven otherwise, I'm gonna have to distance myself from you.
Yeah.
And then especially only having known them for about a month,
Yeah.
that's another big thing. Because even though those feelings can and might possibly still be there, you don't really know that person very well.
exactly.
And a
Yeah.
lot of people, they don't show their true colors very early on, because why
Yeah.
would they?
Exactly. Yeah.
And I'm
Yeah.
not saying that, this person did the things, but until there's a reason, or until it's beyond reasonable doubt, me
Mm-hmm.
personally, I would distance myself from that person.
Yep.
And hell, might even put a little distance between me and that community, just until things kind of chill out. Uh,
Mm.
just so it's not like, I don't know. I don't like being around too much drama.
Yeah.
Realistically, I like being around other people's drama, but not my own. So it's very much like, but again, I that's one thing that I do take very seriously is,
yeah.
especially if it's allegations, I will typically um be more anchored to the person making them, uh
Sure.
until I see evidence that it's not true.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's just me. I, again, know people, I myself, and just a lot of situations just aren't good. Uh,
I
and
understand that.
there's also people who seem who that they could be one thing, and sometimes you find out that they're not.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's about the
But
stance I've taken. I'm
yeah,
trying to talk to people that knew them before, like have known them for, like I said, they've been around for like a year or more. I'm
mm-hmm,
not sure exactly how long they've been active. It's been at least a year.
mm-hmm,
Like to the point where they were like one of the reasons I felt safe with them was because they had like a community of people around them that seemed
excuse me.
trustworthy and like seemed like upstanding people. And so I went, okay, well, if all of these people have interacted with this person and gone, well, they're cool. Like I could be like, well, let me see if they're cool. Let me get close to them and see if they're cool.
Mm-hmm.
And then like I got close and I was like, okay, they seem cool. And then it was like immediately, oh, like is there like I know I have a bad a radar, right? I do
Yeah.
not have things to compare to. So like I all I was doing was looking at the people around this person and going, these seem like good people. Like I want to be with these people and I like this person. So let's see how this goes. And now it's like, okay, well, maybe my radar is just totally uncalibrated and totally off. Yeah. Either way, I'm
Yeah.
hoping in maybe like a month. Obviously, I don't think the allegations will ever be redacted, but they do have processes in place. They're like, if they get a couple of character references, uh, they might be able to unban him from one of the parties.
Mm-hmm.
But even then, I basically what I'm doing now is I'm refocusing all of my energies onto my other friends and like
Mm-hmm.
other relationships that I'm trying to build out.
And
Because
that's what you gotta do. Because I
yeah,
mean, at the end of the day, everybody has their own life,
yep,
and
yep,
people have their own actions, and you have to focus on you and the people that you want to have around you.
exactly, yeah. And I
Mm-hmm,
think I've got a
mm-hmm.
good group. I like my group
Yeah,
now. They're very
me
cool.
too. I'm moving in with one of them. Well, I guess I'm
Heck yeah,
re-moving in with one of them.
yeah. Well,
It's Chanel.
we should pause it here and cut to the next episode. We
Yeah,
say our goodbyes to the folks.
yeah. Sorry, it's been a while. Life has been lifing, but as you can
Yeah,
tell, there's a lot of things been going on. And if you want to find out what else has been happening, check out the next episode, which we'll be
right.
releasing very soon.
Stay tuned for more. Bye.
Bye.
Oh.